listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Suits After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Suits After Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to another recap of Suits. This is season 3, episode 13, No Way Out. Definitely, but I guess when you're part of Harvey's team, you always find a way out.
This is true.
I'm your host, Emma Kay, and joining me is my wonderful co-host.
Hello, I'm Stacey Ike.
And I'm Ashita Anray.
Interesting episode. I missed last week, and I'm kind of bummed because I feel like so much happened that led to this episode, and it was just like a wow.
Yes.
Right.
You kind of like, you're left speechless. We were talking about it while we were watching the show. We're like, okay, so what's going to happen next season?
Exactly. We're like, what are they going to bring to us?
Because it just seems like, is there going to be another show? Is there going to be another season? But you never know. It's like the way they turn the tables and they play it all out. You're just always... It's always unexpected what you're going to get.
Right.
What were your thoughts about today's episode, since it is this last episode until we come
I
back?
loved it.
You watched it with me. I was pumped. Like, I was on 15 watching the episode. I mean, every part of it, I was like screaming, and Lewis lit, and everyone was perfect.
You know,
Loved
for
the
the
show.
first time, Lewis Lit was sexy for me.
He was, he did it. He did it this
He was
episode.
sexy
He
for me
brought
this
it. You saw
episode.
that walk at the end? He
Yes.
was like, I said, whatever jacket that is, work.
I know.
Do it.
I
Yeah.
was like,
I
okay,
think
Lewis.
He
it's
was
just
fabulous.
being part of the trio clique. You
Right.
know, it's really working for him and
Right.
being a part of something and being wanted. Hello, he was compared
is
to
very
true.
true.
One of the amazing attorneys who own the law firm. So of
Right.
course he's gonna feel good about
Right,
himself.
right.
That was awesome.
So the major incident in this episode is Mike. This whole issue is just like kind of like leftover baggage from the whole Ava Hazington case that does not seem to go away.
Yeah.
Go away, lady.
I was shocked. I'm like, Ava's not even in this anymore.
But it's I'm surprised, but at the same time I'm not, just because we got to see how they were doing business and how they were handling the whole situation with Ava. Even though they weren't really technically pulling the strings in a way, they were, because they really knew what was going on. Ava was making bribes again, even though she was arrested for bribery. So it was like, lady, what are you doing? And then Harvey and Mike go and clean up the mess. So it's really a reality check for them, because I don't think Harvey would have ever thought that he would be facing a charge, a fraud charge,
Right.
or in this case, a terrorism. So
That was super extreme, though. That
well,
was really extreme. I didn't like that.
well, they had to do it
was
for
mad.
the reasons of keeping him. But what happened is, let's go back to the last episode, which I got to see a little bit of it, but we get to see that Mike gets his bar license or membership or whatever you want to call it, and he makes a deal with Quilly. So I was like, yay, he finally has his, bar license, or he's in the system.
He's
And-
still a fraud.
But I was like, uh-oh, hold on, how's that going to play out in this
Right,
episode?
right.
Because they just never let anything go without making a wow factor out of it. So instead of celebrating with Rachel, now he has to worry about the U.S. Attorney's Office questioning him, and they just like pop out of nowhere and take him, insist he gets in the car
Right.
to take him down to for prosecution. What were your thoughts about that? Like, what was going on in your head? What did you think they were getting him for versus what we actually found out?
I mean, what we all thought.
Yeah, I was like, oh no,
He's in trouble. It's over.
But then I'm like, oh, so basically it was about the case, But if they dig a little bit further,
They'll
they'll
find-
discover.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of what we thought. They just
Exactly.
went around it in another way.
Yeah.
So, it once again, it's about the Ava Hesington case, and the fraud that they did with winning the case. But the prosecutor is mainly, the state's attorney is mainly after Harvey. So he's using Mike as bait to try to get the big fish, which he does not know what their relationship is and what it consists of, and what a big secret Harvey has against Mike. So it's really interesting. But what we never really thought about was Harold playing into the mix.
I know. Seeing
So-
him again, that was weird.
After Harvey rescues Mike the first time, and takes him out of prosecution, and Mike was held in there for terrorism. So it, under the Patriot Act, he basically does not have any rights to attorneys. So Harvey wasn't contacted because they waived his rights to an attorney, which is, in a way, as Harvey says at the end, if I'm a shady lawyer, then you're looking in the mirror, which is exactly what he's doing. So I really think there's more to the state attorney prosecuting Harvey than just him being, the big fish under the radar.
Oh, you
under
think there's
his
a backstory between those
yeah,
two?
I definitely think it's gonna play out, because it's just like, well, why would you go after Harvey? I'm sure there's plenty of
Stuff for us
other
to hear about.
attorneys
Yeah.
out there that maybe he's just like on the rise, and he's the it guy. I don't know what it is, but I want to get a backstory. It would make more sense why he's after Harvey versus just this case.
Yeah.
So Harold, when Harold got fired from Harvey and I was gonna say Harvey Inspector
That's pretty
from
funny. Pearson?
from Pearson Spector, he went to work for another law firm which happened to represent the Ava Hazington case against Harvey. So that's how Harold got in the mix, and he meets up Mike outside to try to talk to Mike and say,
Yeah.
I got a call from the state attorney's office, what's going on? And we all know Harold and how he freaks out.
Yes.
Goofy he is.
I was just
yeah.
like, perfect person to put in this position
Yeah.
to just screw it all up.
I was really scared. As soon as I saw him like talking to Mike, I was like, this is going to go so badly, because like Mike was already like, hey, stay at arm's length, this and that and third. And I was like, okay, this is. So as soon as they got arrested, I was like, crap, thanks.
But,
Harold.
Harvey gave him really good advice, because right from the beginning, Mike wanted to go talk to Quealy and make sure that he keeps his end of the deal, and that, he's like, I just need 5 minutes with him, and that's it. We already, he gave me his word. He won't go against us. But at the same time, it's like, you don't know what stories are being tainted, and if who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth. The prosecutors just want to get someone, so they're going to lie to you as much as they can
Right.
to try to get someone to confess first.
Right.
So even though I agree with Harvey not letting Mike go, I kind of feel like, okay, well, it would have resolved the situation
Exactly, in
from
the
the beginning. But then seeing how Mike got arrested with Harold for conspiracy, because they were just talking, having a heated conversation, the same thing could have been happening with Quealy, and they could have been watching him. So I'm kind of like tossed with that decision of how it could have ended. So what did you guys think about Harold in the I'm gonna call it the confessional room?
He's weak.
Really? I mean, he is weak, but
He's weak.
Did you guys expect both of them to stay to the same story?
I expected Mike to stay to the same story,
Yeah.
but not Harold.
I wasn't sure.
He
'cause
will
as soon
break
as he
under
said,
pressure.
Yeah, as soon as he was like, hey, I'm, when he left Mike and he's like, don't worry, I'm about to go get Harold and he's about to talk. I was like, dang, like I really hope that there is something going to stop him from getting there. So I'm glad that Lewis and them were there. But yeah, I thought Harold was just going to.
Pressure breaks.
Yeah, he's weak. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty
as soon as
honest.
he said, yeah, we were talking about, and I was like, damn,
Oh
no,
yeah,
don't
he
say
did say that. He was like
anything.
exactly what we were talking about. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah.
But I'm like, well, maybe he learned some skills, not being pressured by Lewis. He took a couple of skills. He's actually now turning out to be a good liar.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sticking to his guns.
Yeah.
Until the end when we find out that, he might want to confess to something. So the state's attorney is about to go talk to him, and here comes Harvey and Lewis. Yay! Lewis lit.
Lewis lit. He
Go
lit that
Lewis.
up.
Go
He
Lewis.
lit it up,
Yes,
you guys.
he
That
did.
was that was one of the first times I was like, yes, absolutely.
I like this new office culture dynamic that they have going on. Being able to trust one another and working together, because a couple of seasons ago, or maybe even just a couple of episodes ago, we didn't really see that Lewis and Harvey working together dynamic, and it really they should like really sit back and realize what a great team they make and how
Yeah.
powerful they are, empowering one another to get to the next step and
Yeah.
to, I feel like they could conquer anything or anyone
Yeah.
if they just all work together, including Jessica, Lewis, Mike and Harvey, and even Donna, because, they're like the backstage business transaction people, that
Right.
the brains that make it all happen. So, in the car when Harvey and Lewis are going to see Mike, and Harvey basically tells him, "You're the one that's going to represent Harold." Lewis has a fit, like, what? He hates me. I
Right.
fired him. How could he want to, have me as his attorney? So, that's another thing that we see Harvey growing is, him being able to give confidence to someone, which I don't think he would have done
Yeah,
before.
before
So I'm
Mike.
going to go back to, what Donna said to
Jessica.
that, even though we hired Mike and it was illegal, and the reason why I didn't say anything about it is because it changed Harvey.
Yeah.
And it made him the person who he is today.
Yeah, Donna
Right.
knows everything.
I love
she's
Donna.
She's perfect. Like, she's perfect.
Love her.
She
Yes.
is, and he, in a way, he has been a blessing to him because he has opened up to
Yeah.
a lot, to a lot of things that he wouldn't normally have done, showing up at his apartment, having drinks with him, even though sometimes they cross the line.
Yeah.
We won't go there. But it's all with good intentions. That's at
Yeah.
least what I can say.
Yeah.
So Lewis is, convinced now that he's gonna go in and save the day with Harold. And when he came face to face with the prosecutor, I was like, OMG.
He lit it
There
up.
goes Lewis.
He lit it up. I was like that. He had that coat on. He had that confidence. I was like,
But what
Lewis.
I love the most was how he coded like the section number, and like he's like, if you don't let me see my client, I'm gonna come after you for 40.40 something .6. I
Right.
don't even know what he said.
Something amazing.
For now whatever is said during the time that he's denied to see his client will be impermissible in court. So it just completely screwed the attorney up because he's like, oh crap, this guy definitely knows his stuff. I can't
Right.
be messing with him. Harvey is more of like the hard ass, I'm gonna get you type of thing, threatening you. Lewis brings you the facts. He's like, here you go. You want to mess with me?
Right.
Well, I have it all written
Right,
down, and here's a
exactly.
signed contract. Oh, we're just glad Lewis was not making the bylaws.
I know, right?
Lewis's bylaws get everyone in trouble.
So, what were your overall thoughts about the case? Did you guys think Mike would have gotten arrested and gotten to jail? Did you think he would turn on Harvey? Because we did see a pretty heated conversation between Mike and Harvey, where Harvey basically told him, if it comes down to it, you point the finger at me. And Mike's like, I'm not going to do that. And
Yeah.
he's like really persisting for him to do it, and realizing that maybe he is responsible for Mike being where he is, even though, at the same time, Mike got in there for another fraud, which is
Right.
not having, a bar license to practice law, and he's doing it. So both of them are at fault in a way, but Harvey is being the bigger man and telling Mike to just throw him under the bus if he has to, and comparing himself to, his mom and the story he told about his mom and how his mom was constantly cheating on his dad. So, he told his mom, if you don't stop, I'm going to tell him. And she promised to stop. And one day he came home and he saw her again. So he told his dad. And, you know, even though Mike tries to convince him that he's not like that, he's a good man, it just seems like Harvey has a lot of emotional baggage in him, which is why he puts up that wall. And ever since Mike's been around, we've seen that wall come down slowly. So what do you guys think about that?
They got each other's back. They're not gonna rat each other out.
Yeah. I was convinced. I mean, Mike, that was what?
It's
Bromance?
like, no, yes.
Bromance, for sure. I was thinking
They're
the
both
same thing.
lawyers are gonna try to get it. They're just gonna be like, I have no comment.
Like
I have no recollection.
They're just, I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't know what
about.
you're
I love
talking
how he's
about.
like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, Mike, you never know what
Yeah.
anyone's talking about. Like, it's great. I think it was really cool. That was a very heated conversation. I thought a little too heated, especially when Harvey like threw the chair. I'm like, dude, that's like not your property. But
Well, I think he was trying to
hide
get
the camera. No, I
cameras.
got what he was doing. I just thought, Harvey, chill. But overall, I thought it was great just because Harvey, he's like such a dad figure to him now. And it's really awesome to see. Like, I believe it so much more, especially in that scene. I was like, wow, Harvey, you care so much. So I love them. They're great.
They're great.
Yeah.
I think the reason why he puts up a wall is because his emotions could get the best of him, especially when he cares about someone. And we see that with Queely when he comes to the office to talk to Harvey, and Harvey just snaps without even wanting to hear his story, find out what's going on. And Queely is telling him that I didn't go to them, like I didn't say anything, you know, our deal still stands, and you turned me into the bar. So Harvey's like, you know, even as Mike got pulled into the state's attorney's office, so even as much as you taking the gun out and not shooting it, I'm going to come after you, you know,
Right.
if you do that to my people. So I was like, I don't know what to say. Harvey is definitely changing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, I feel like he's not doing the same with his relationship with Scotty.
She got on my nerves.
So,
Can we
let's
get into
talk-
Scott? Can we get there?
Yes.
Can we get there? Because
Let's go into that a little bit because I was annoyed when he tells her. First of all, I think they're one hot freaking couple.
I know,
but
this is true.
Aside from that,
Yeah, they got it. No, they cute. No, they cute.
well, every time I see them, I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Hey, I know you got something to say.
I do, but I'm away.
So you know when he tells her, Harvey tells Scotty, "Are we good?" I was like, you know, when you have to ask a question like that in a relationship, it just already means something's rocky. It's just
Yeah.
not meant to be. And from the beginning, you know, we've seen how Scotty tries to get her way. And I just don't understand how you can come into a workplace and work with your boyfriend. And the reason you got your job is because of your boyfriend, not saying you couldn't get it, but, you know, he put up the money for you, you know, and you're working there by choice. But yet again, you don't know when, you know, you cross the line between your personal relationship and work, even though it's in the same place. You, as an attorney, should know attorney, you know, client privileges and some things you can't disclose. So you can't get mad at every single thing that you don't know. And it's just really frustrating with Scotty. And, you know, sometimes he does say, "Not now, Scotty," and she doesn't get it. She thinks, you know, she's a girlfriend, and if I come to you and I'm like, "Harvey, I'm mad at you," and he's like, "Okay,
Let me
let's
drop
sit down,
everything.
you know, let's have a pep talk and find out what's going on." He's like putting out fires.
She's
Of
like a
course he
kid,
can't.
yeah.
You know, and the whole thing with Donna when Donna came.
That's why I love Donna, because Donna speaks the truth.
She's
she
so
told
real.
him. And that's why I think Harvey was like, well, then let her go.
Yeah.
Because she always has something to be mad at you about.
Yeah.
All the time.
At first, I was a little scared when Donna said that because I was like, wait, Donna, I thought you liked Scotty. And, you know, Harvey was a little scared too. But then I realized, like, Scotty's so annoying. Like, no offense, love your acting, but you are annoying. Like, as your character, it's too much. Like, you're just too aggressive. And when Donna finally said it out loud, I was like, oh, actually, I lied. Like, you're so right. Let her go. Yeah, it's time. I'm
no,
over it.
but Donna was right, you know, to what she said to Scotty. She
Yeah.
said, "This is him. This has always been him. If anything, he's changed into a better man. So stop trying to change and fix him and accept
Right.
him of who he is. And if you can't do that, then you should leave."
And
There
she
was
did.
no point
Dang.
of you coming back if you're going to try to change a
Yeah.
person. You know, you've done it once. You tried sleeping with him to get the whole Edwin Darby merger going on and coming in and trying to, have that thing going on. And Jessica said it too, that she was impulsive about the whole decision and working there.
Yeah.
It should not have happened.
Right.
But it was a good learning experience for Harvey and for the whole firm that
You can't mix,
you can't
yeah.
mix. So
Yeah.
I'm concerned how Rachel and Mike are gonna be.
And Rachel got on my
handling it.
nerves.
Oh,
too.
she did.
Yes, she
This is
did.
the first episode. Usually she never gets on my nerves. She's actually been doing really tight. And, she's been kind of on the scene lately. But, yeah, she was super
got on my
annoying.
nerves.
Yeah.
Everyone is on this whole bandwagon, like Harvey and Mike.
Haters.
It's about Harvey and Mike. You made your decision because it's you like Harvey more. You made your decision because you like Mike more.
That's
it's like,
true.
really, people? Like, they're just co-workers working together,
Right.
and there's information that can't always be shared.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very selfish of Rachel to want Mike to take a job that she knows ultimately that's not where his heart is.
Exactly.
His heart is in practicing law, even though he doesn't have, he hasn't passed the bar. But, you're telling him to take another job because it's going to make you happy, and the only reason that he's not taking it is because of Harvey. It's like, that's really selfish.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand her point.
Yeah.
A fear of him getting in trouble. However, she just completely overreacted to me.
Yes.
In a selfish, like you said, in a
Yeah.
selfish kind of way. I get her point, but it was like she was almost whiny a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, why do you take my
Advice. Yeah, I hated.
I'm so upset.
Like, I don't want to give you this cake anymore. Like, it was like, okay, Rachel, y'all can still celebrate other
Yeah.
things. But, yeah, she was, especially that point when she told Mike, like, you didn't listen to me, so now I'm going to take it out on you.
right. She was holding it against him because of the decision that
Yeah.
he made.
That
And
was really
when
annoying.
he told her that he had someone hack into the bar association to put him as a member, so even if they do a background search on him, he will come up. She
Yeah.
flipped the lid on that too, and I
She
was like,
lost
girl,
it.
you already know he's not legit.
So
what are you getting mad at him for?
That is, she was like, when were you going to tell me? I'm like, Rage, baby, relax.
It's like the less you know, the better it is for
Exactly,
you.
exactly,
The whole
exactly.
reason why you signed that agreement with Jessica is because you know too much.
Exactly.
So
That's so true.
And by the way, I was really upset that Harvey told Scotty the truth.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know if we were going to
I
get
was
there.
really upset about that.
Yeah, he just said
was-
it. He just said it.
But I think the reason why he did that and the writing of it is because they are trying to show a new
Side of
character
Harvey. Yeah.
of Harvey.
Not with
that we
Scotty,
haven't
though.
But we don't like Scotty, so I mean, why her? Do it with Donna.
But
I don't
She
know.
will come back. I think she. Well, I'm sorry. Predictions. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you could go ahead.
All right. She might come back and use that piece of information.
I know you totally believe that. You've
I
been
do.
saying that from the beginning.
I do.
Yeah.
Because she's vindictive that way.
We have seen her. I
Yes.
honestly don't know if she's going to use the information, but I do know that Harvey just wanted to get it off his chest and to let him know
Yeah.
that I'm taking, a stand to be a good man. And by doing that, I'm clearing Jessica's name, which you accused her of being like
Yeah,
Edward
that's true.
Darby. And I'm going to let you know that it was actually me. It wasn't her.
You
So-
could have said that without
was-
giving the information.
No,
'Cause
but
she's
how could
leaving
he?
anyway.
But how could he have done that?
Because nobody care about Scotty.
You don't like Scotty. I'm just.
I honestly don't know, and I'm gonna pose a question to our fans and our viewers. If Scotty has signed a non-compete in that agreement, maybe there is a clause or something that she can't share or use the information she's learned in the firm against them.
That's true.
That's true.
So
true.
that is the only
Yeah.
thing I'm thinking why Harvey would have told her, because it is a big secret that
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of people know. But if you guys know the answer to that, make sure to log on to iTunes, YouTube, comment, rate, give us 5 stars. And also don't forget to tweet us, AfterBuzz TV, and let us know your theories. We definitely read them and we'll be happy to discuss it on the next show. So now let's talk about well, we kind of talked about Lewis and Harold making up.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if they made up necessarily, because Harold was. I guess they did.
He looked like a little kid,
He
in the
was.
background. He's like, "Hey, Hi, what's going on?
I
I'm
know.
free.
I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, it was really funny when he was like, "I hate you so much. Like, what are you doing in here?" I was like, Harold, you're weak.
So the final decision for Scotty, after Harvey talks to Jessica, Jessica lets him know that she hasn't said anything because it's a decision, that needs to be conveyed to her from Harvey.
yeah.
So I think that was a very good choice to, that she made, not getting involved, because it was like, no, this is your mess. You brought her in, now you go clean it out.
Yeah.
And for her to be like, okay, what about the money? I believe she asked about the money, right? At the
buyout,
end,
yeah.
the buyout. I was like, really?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, Scotty, you don't worry
really?
about the right things at the right times ever.
I mean, didn't
ever.
Harvey put up the money for it?
It's not your money.
Is she concerned about him getting that money? Like, it just always concerns me when people talk about money, especially in a relationship. So if it's true relationship and he's telling you that he basically loves you without really saying it, and then you throw out the money and it's like, okay, well, is this just a business transaction or?
She's annoying.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for 1 second though. If we were Harvey's girlfriend, all three of us, how would we feel though? I mean, just me. I'm just kidding. But like, how would we feel though? Because all those secrets, that he had to keep, like, as a girlfriend, how would you feel?
Well, I can answer that.
I mean, I want to know because
As his girlfriend, I will know how to get the information out if I needed to, first of all.
okay, but none of that's how we're talking about people.
And it's not
Second of all,
PG-13
right,
people.
yeah.
I'm like, no, not that.
Second of all, I know how to say, hey, babe, what you doing? What's going on? If he's busy, I know how to exit the room and not be pissed. And I understand that, okay, if you can't tell me now, tell me later. If you can't tell me and it's work related, I can accept that because I'm confident in me.
Right.
I'm confident in us. And it's okay. If there's something that he could tell me, being that we had an agreement that we weren't going to, hide secrets anymore, he would.
Yeah.
And I will be confident in that. So
But
we will
you-
still be together and I'll still be at the firm.
Right. And and your money buyout would be fine, and but okay.
But you have to remember when not to cross the line between
Yeah.
professional and
And
personal.
I would know how to do that.
You're
We
really
all know
confident
you
in
will
yourself
take
right
back
now.
the
I'm actually real confident right now. I would be the best. Harvey, you need to look somewhere else.
Harvey will be a very happy man.
I can't. Oh my gosh, Harvey, you are on the market now. So anyway.
So, did you guys notice anyone else changing in this episode?
Who?
Aside from
Donna?
no, Jessica.
Jessica. I was
She
Oh,
was-
yeah, she doesn't want to be like, what's his name?
When she stepped into Rachel's office
Yeah.
and played the whole "we're a family" card, and we wait until we get the final notice of what's going on, and we wait as long as it takes, and we're gonna be all working together as a family. I was like, wow, like what made
Yeah.
her change her mind? Because we always see her as a cold, kind of like Cruella de Vil type of role, because she does, when you get up so high within a company, the higher you get, the lonelier it is. There's
Yes.
very few people that you can trust. So not trashing her in any way. I completely understand where she's coming from, because you have to keep a very tight circle, and you can't be buddy-buddy with everyone and then try to reprimand them afterwards. It's not going to work. So definitely pleased to see her changing into more of a approachable person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't like Rachel's character, how she's weakening a little bit.
What do you mean?
I feel like she's becoming the housewife versus,
Really?
the
You think so? I think she's just finally like
Being a woman?
being. I don't know about all that.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
wow, that's like a lot. I just meant that she was being a good girlfriend, like as supportive as she could be, and then annoyed when she can be, which we won't talk about again. But I think I like where she's going. I mean, I don't. Why do you think she's weak?
I don't know. It's just like maybe even her appearance and her execution and how she, she's just like scattered minded right now, because everything is about her relationship, and that's another person that brings the personal into the business. You guys work together. You can't do that. And you
Yeah.
have to be, on point no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're looking out the window, and even though Jessica says, don't worry, I couldn't concentrate either, but that shows like her level of I don't want to say just her acute, because Mike's in there, in freaking
Yeah.
prosecution, and he's still like on point, and
Yeah,
you're
I
sitting
get,
there,
I get it. I get it. I
like
get what you're
gazing
saying.
out the window, like
right.
really.
I get it.
Well, because we're emotional, we're women.
yeah.
Talk
we
about
can't-
yourself.
We're women.
As Harvey's girlfriend, I might
Exactly.
add.
I'm speaking of like what we
Miss
are.
Scotty.
I know. Well, I'm not
No,
Scotty.
she ain't Scotty. Don't do that.
I'm
to
not
her.
Scotty.
I was comparing the emotional
an
piece
emotional,
to
right? But as women, we can be emotional. Let me rephrase it. Women can be emotional, such as Rachel. You know, when you just can't work. It's my man. Will I ever see him again? Oh my God, I love him. Blah blah blah. That's
Yeah.
what she's going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it. Like, I appreciate Mike and Rachel's relationship most of the time.
Yes.
Because, you know what I mean? Because it's really
They have each
genuine.
other's back.
Yeah, it's
They
really
back each other.
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them playing off each other. It's just when Rachel gets all like,
She was very whiny.
yeah, when she gets a little too whiny and a little too like aggressive in her opinions, I'm like, all right, like I love that, but like your opinion isn't his opinion, so you know.
So what did you guys think about the spoiler at the end? So I missed last episode, and I find out that Mike got an offer for a job and he's taking it. This episode, he's not taking the job because his dream job is to be a lawyer, and he likes working with Harvey. And then spoiler, at the end of the episode, we find out that he called
Yeah.
and he took the job again. So
Yeah.
he sees that in order to make all this go away is to distance himself from Harvey, and in a way he took it personal that Harvey said all of this has happened, all of the fraud that they've done has happened when Mike was hired to work for the firm. So Mike kind of like takes it personal, like it was me that I kind of like took it like Harvey made him do it, but he was the one that executed, so he has ties that will hurt Harvey. So in order to protect Harvey, he needs to move forward and he needs to move on. And I don't know how sad that could have been, and how
Yeah.
heartbreaking, but I liked at the end when he said, that he's going to be Sidwell is a client, so I guess Harvey has to be working for him now.
That's so
I was like,
funny.
you go.
I was like, Mike, you always pull it together. Like, what's going on?
So we've never seen Harvey take anyone to dinner, but he offers to take Mike to dinner. So when the next season comes back, I'm really interested to see how that dinner plays out, because Harvey does not have dinner with anyone.
Right.
But Mike calls him the Aquaman, a little bit over his head. So
That's awesome.
their jokes are just so hilarious.
I know.
I just think they all did a good job saving the day and, bringing the kids home safe.
Right.
I know, I
loved
loved
that
that
scene. I was like,
scene.
hey, honey, I'm home. I was like, you two are awesome together.
bring
Like,
But do you
kids
see
home
the
like I
dynamics
asked?
now that the whole
Yeah.
Scotty issue is out the way, and
again,
telling
it's like the air is finally pure and clean again? People
you
can
guys are
breathe.
so mean.
Can't stand her.
Like that, she's just. I can't sit by her anymore. She hates Scotty. It's from the beginning. It's so.
I
funny.
think Donna and him need to hook up. Like
I was
freaking-
thinking that, but
get
it needs
over
to
it.
be like serious. Like it needs to not be a one night thing. It needs to be like
Oh
they're ready
no!
for a
Well,
relationship.
that's why they cut it off after
That's
the
true.
one night.
That's true.
Because she doesn't do professional, and
Yeah.
she knows that's a smart woman. She knows it will
I'm
get in the
telling
way.
you.
See, Donna.
She's like, I
And
will
she is the
sacrifice being loyal to you
Yeah.
and working for you and, having your back versus me not even being able to be friends with you.
Exactly.
After the relationship not working out.
So then, if they get in a relationship, do you think? I mean, how could that work? She cannot be his assistant anymore. There's no way.
You never know. I mean, Harvey's changing and the way he is right now, I don't know. I don't know if, I don't think Donna would leave Harvey.
Yeah.
It would be, I honestly don't know. It would just be interesting to see them, because there's no more secrets. Everyone knows everything
I
now.
know.
Lewis is in on the click.
Yeah.
Jessica is on board. Mike and Rachel are kissing in the middle of the law firm.
I know they're so exposed. Goodness.
I don't know. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, I'm good.
Predictions?
Ooh.
Wait, I said my prediction already, didn't I?
And
Yeah,
now,
kind of.
your
Yeah, you guys go
AfterBuzz
No, you
TV
gotta have another one. I know you do.
predictions.
Do I?
It's you. Like you gotta have something.
More sex for the next season.
There you go.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna need you to give me some. No. Okay. I just can't. I think that I have no idea how Mike moving to this next job is gonna play out, but I think it's gonna make Rachel happy. So I'm excited to see how she reacts in this, or she's gonna like figure out a way to like bring him back. Because I feel like she really wants him to be happy, regardless of what that is. So when she gets over her annoying thing, I feel like she's gonna have a big play in like bringing him back to the firm or something. Because there's just no way he can stay away from the firm for a whole season. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Is that no?
My prediction would be that he is not going to go with the new job.
You don't think
because
he's
seeing
even
a recap of the next episode coming up and everything that was going on, you know, with Lewis in the hospital, with I don't know what's going on. I think they need Mike more than ever because you know, believe it or not, you know, Lewis is a good attorney and they need him. And to lose one of their best attorneys, now Scotty leaving, they need all the help they can get. So maybe I have a feeling maybe Jessica will talk to Mike to come back. I don't know.
Oh,
maybe
that
that's just
could
a
be
little
good.
bit stretched.
That could be good. No, I think Jessica could do that.
Mm-hmm. Or Mike can come on as a consultant and just help, but not officially help. Just kind of help on the
You
side.
think so?
Maybe.
But I feel like with him and Harvey in the same place, like it's never just like a on the side thing. It'll be, you know, them back together doing their thing, and
Yeah, but it puts them at risk.
I mean,
So that's the
You're
reason.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, they almost got busted.
do you think Lewis's like ex-girlfriend's gonna or ex-fiance is gonna come back? Is anyone thinking about her? I'm thinking about her.
She might. That's
she
a good
might.
prediction.
I really hope.
But
so.
I think
just
they're done
really-
with the whole Harvard story. So
Yeah.
you know, I don't think they're hiring any more new associates. So.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
But we'll see. Anything else you guys want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
Me too.
Okay,
Great
thank you
episode.
guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Ashita Anre.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook at One Take Stace. But on Facebook, it's Stacey Ike. So
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Real Emma Kay, and also don't forget to shop on to EmmaKaysCloset.com. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, bye.
Oh, bye.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.